The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight, man?
Kids suck, bro. Like, just dropping straight facts. Kids suck. Other than that, I'm all right. How are you?
Good. You are very decked out, repping the A tonight, man.
I am, and I see my the underbill of my hat's getting all green screen.
Everything's chroma keying out. It looks rough.
That's fun. Good.
But that's
good
a sweet looking sweatshirt. Congrats to your boys. It's been a good season so far. I got a story about the A's that we got to talk about tonight, because home run celebrations are all the rage this year. Like, they've taken the World Baseball Classic.
You said the A's. You meant Braves, but it's cool.
No, I know what I said.
And you said the A's. It's fine. You saw the shirt that says the A. The Reds just played the A's.
That's exactly what it was. I saw the hat
made the
shirt and the
connection.
A. Yeah, thank you for that.
It's cool. It's cool. But yes,
Braves
Major
have a
League
sweet-
bullshit on the story you're speaking of. Major
They've
League
got a
bullshit.
sweet home run celebration that got shut down, and we got to talk about that because why not? Why wouldn't it happen in baseball?
It was the most OWG thing to happen in an OWG sport ever. Although I kind of understood it, but we'll get into it.
Okay, let's save that. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Mookie is here as well. Mookie, what's going on, man?
Fuck the Mays, and we'll get to why later, but I'm doing well, man. I shot a 112 at St. Andrews this morning, so that was pretty cool. Don't know how I pulled that off, but it was a good time. Good time in my life.
There is no way that simulator was accurate if you shot a 112 at St. Andrews.
No, absolutely zero, because that would be the best part, right? Like, I would hook it off the tee into the fescue, take 4 shots to get out of that shit onto the green, and then it's like, 98 feet to the hole. Yeah, I'll call it a 2-putt.
Here's how I know you wouldn't shoot a 112 at St. Andrews. I don't think you could shoot a 112 at any course in Cincinnati. So there's no way
Bro,
you would shoot a 112.
Okay, all right. So what are you putting on this? And do I have to do it from now forward, or can I just reference the round I shot 2 weeks ago?
No, we're gonna do it from now forward, and we're gonna play actual golf rules, not your bullshit. Oh, I lost the ball. Let me just kick this one out here. Drop this one out.
No. Hold on a minute.
Penalty strokes included.
I play with integrity, first of all. The only kind of foot wedge I take is what we call the spectator ball, to me, which is totally fair. It's that ball you hit straight down the middle of the fairway, goes over the hill where there's still a large fairway, and you get up there and you're like, where the fuck is my ball? Like, it just literally disappeared. But if there were spectators on said fairway, it would have been like, oh yeah, dude, it's right there. We're good. That's the only kind of corners I cut. I track every penalty stroke I take for a lost ball. I do. Except 7 last round.
Except for those where you lose them and you're like, well, somebody would have found this one, so I'm shooting 2 here. There's no penalty on this one.
Right, because that's how it would work if we were playing like real golf with like competitors and stuff.
I hate our viewers in the chat. That's all.
Scott, we got to get to this from Matt.
Yep, there it is. I was going to say, Matt playing spoiler on the old story.
Oh, God. All right, well, that's a story we're going to get to. Hey, we got a guest tonight, everybody. Cesar will be bombing in here at some point. He texted the group and was like, coming in hot. So I don't know when he's going to be here, but he'll be here, and he'll come in and he'll be yelling about the Celtics or something. But in the meantime, our good friend Matt Stanton is hanging out with us. Matt, how's it going, man?
Things are great. Thanks for having me. It's good to see that Mookie pays attention to the golf rules the same way he pays attention to beer mile rules.
Yeah.
You stopped your clock when you were drinking the beer? Is that what happened? And you used the beer bomb?
Yeah,
no,
he did.
We measured both.
Bomb.
We were beer bonging him, yes, but we did measure the complete duration from the start. I think, now I will admit, I think you said that in traditional rules, you drink a beer and then start running. I think we just started running. So I think that was a fuck up, but that was unintentional.
Okay, all right. But
The
that
beer bong, though, the
that's-
beer bong is accurate. That was totally cheating in the beer mile.
Is it, though?
You're
Like,
not
is it-
allowed to. Yes, you're not allowed to do a beer bong. But in his defense, we were trying to get a sponsorship, so there's a little, we were
That's
trying to
true,
sell out
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
But Matt has a show in Cincinnati tomorrow night at Chameleon. Matt, you've been on the road for a little bit now, right? Little run of shows.
It has. I left town. I left San Diego like 10 days ago and just been doing shows on the road. It's been awesome.
That sounds amazing. Just road life. I want to talk to you about road life because I miss it. I miss the road life, kind of. So I need you to bring me back down to earth to be like, remember all these shitty things about the road that is not fun to be.
I try to help you have a road life.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get that talk down from him.
Gave you
Like,
a bunch of clubs. It didn't work out.
Yes, you did. You tried to get me on several clubs, especially JR's last laugh. In
Really push that one hard.
J.R. Smith, because that would be a missed opportunity.
We'll talk with Matt here in a little bit. Cesar is in and out. He's trying to get some audio issues taken care of, so we'll check in with him in a minute. Tons to get to tonight. In addition to talking to Matt, we're also going to talk about the college football playoff schedule that got dropped today. That is now football nirvana. It might be the greatest football weekend of all time that we're going to have coming up in 2024. We got to talk about these home run celebrations. Also, Scott, I didn't realize Blake Snell was a turd. Blake Snell is just a complete turd, and he showed his ass completely. I'm so disappointed in this guy, man. Did you know he was
about Blake? I did know that Blake Snell. He's one of those broskies. You know that he's the guy in high school that was like, yeah,
Doing it all for them broskies.
I'm going pro. Yeah, that's me. I'm Blake Snell. You'll hear about me some days in the pro. You want me to sign the back of my baseball card for you? Like he exudes bro vibes.
But he is making millions to be a douchebag and throw a little ball around. So
fair enough.
I mean, fair. He is living the dream, but I'm just saying he's the one who told you about it well before it ever came true.
So actually, I want to get your two baseball fans' opinions, because if there's one
Matt's
thing
you're and there's three baseball fans.
Well, but look,
he also has intimate knowledge of Blake Snell since he pitches for his favorite team. So there's that.
It's true. But you guys are the only thing you're bigger fans of than Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, is baseball. So is there a better gig in professional sports than the backup catcher?
I'd say backup quarterback has to be the better gig. You get more money, and you're still doing the same job. Backup catcher, you still got to go out there and squat for 9 innings for 2 days a week. That's not as good.
I'd actually love to take the Trey Lance career path. Barely play in college, get drafted in the first round, get guaranteed money, and then barely play in the NFL. Actually, that's got to be the all-time best job.
Yeah.
Remember Drew Henson? He did it in 2 different sports.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about Drew Henson, the OG Shohei. He's a 2-sport athlete. God.
Cesar is up and running now. Let's bring Cesar in. Cesar, how are you, dude?
I'm good, I guess.
Solid.
I missed last week, and
we missed you last week,
yeah,
man.
I missed it too.
Cesar,
the fucking first time ever.
Let's see this shirt right here real quick, though. No, not mine, dummy.
Cesar shirt.
I mean, how can you be just good with that kind of fucking fit?
I just have a drip.
See,
I just have drip.
I love to see. Listen, Cesar, I love to see you smiling even after the.
Well, I mean, there's another reson why, but I mean, I don't need to talk about it. There's game twos tomorrow, so let's hope my mood picks up. I still have his fucking face just staring at me at the camera. I can't believe he went off for fucking 45 like that.
Who, James Harden?
Yeah, it's like rent free in my head. It's
coming in wearing that bullshit he was wearing, and then you let him put 45 on you. God,
that's tough, man. That's a tough look. That's a tough look. All right, listen, we'll get into all of this in a little bit. Let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight, and we'll rate them as always on the scale. Would you bang your beer? Scott, what is in your mug? Would you bang it?
Holy fuck, this is terrible. Well,
all right. I feel like I can force this in then too, because Matt Barr calling out in the chat. Cesar, congratulations on getting another Google Doc fill out. So congrats on the sex.
How do you know that?
I think he picked up on your depressed attitude and just tried to put 2 and 2 together to get 5.
Scott, what are you drinking? Would you bang it?
Tonight I went with Grainworks Brewing Company's Orange Dream, an orange and cream wheat ale. After you were talking shit about wheat ales a couple of weeks ago, I was inspired. I'm like, not only are wheat ales delicious, when you add vanilla and orange and all that goodness to a cream ale, or a wheat ale rather, ooh, shit, son. 100% would bang this. This is fantastic. And it's local. Give me all of it.
That sounds amazing. Mookie, what are you drinking? Would you bang it?
Oh yeah, definitely gonna be banging this one. It's called the Coloradan from Westbound and Down Brewing. Kind of back-to-back kind of situations. I clean out the last of that beer drop, but yeah, super solid Mexican lager. And dude, it's just going down nice and smooth. So yeah, you know, Cesar knows that the Mexicans can get you down with it. I'm down with that. Like, let's fucking roll. I bet it is what it is,
all
man.
the way in the chat from Mexico this weekend, and
Let's
today.
go.
Like,
Let's go.
Mexico's bringing home dubs recently.
That game was fantastic.
Right.
Caesar, what are you drinking? Would you bet? Well, we already know you wouldn't bang it after.
Well, I mean, let me say what it is first. I guess maybe then. Okay, so where the fuck is their motto? For Texans. No, made by Texans in Texas. I don't know the fucking motto still, bro.
Why are there so many Texas breweries that use the same motto on their cans?
One. And I haven't been able to fucking knack it yet. Did I use that word right? Knack?
I don't
That's
know.
the white people.
You're the kid.
Would you drink or would you bang it?
Oh, I'm drinking the Descent. It is a whiskey barrel aged imperial stout with chocolate, vanilla, and hazelnut flavor.
Oh,
Barrel
my God.
aged series.
I am so
I bet that is
alcohol.
amazing.
It is a 2023 series. It is 12%. It was
Oh my
aged
God.
3 months in whiskey barrels.
That beer sounds amazing, and you had the audacity to choke on it. With
He's-
yours.
Well, let
He's
me
a
taste it
young-
again.
He's a young buck, guys. You
All right,
got
let's
to
give
give
him
him time
another
for his
sip.
taste
Let's
to
see.
mature.
I like that he's not even going into a glass first.
Look
He's
at his
just
face.
chugging
Look at his
straight
face.
From the can. He's chugging a 12% barrel-aged
From a
stout
can.
from a can.
Tell me you don't really drink beer without
Am I
telling
supposed to
me you
pour
don't
it in
really drink
somewhere?
beer.
Where am I supposed to pour it?
In a glass.
Would
It's
you
supposed to go in a
back
glass.
alley bang this?
It tastes like whiskey, so I guess.
Back alley bang.
Matt, what are you drinking? And would you bang your beer?
I don't have any fresh beer now. Last beer I had last night at 8:30, and I had that tap Cold Boy.
Oh,
It's fine.
it's
I don't
a
know.
good beer.
Maybe a makeout session. It's better.
It was fun.
A little over the shirt action.
Over the shirt action.
In the comment section, Robert Taylor said, for when Drew shuts up and lets you actually get to the beers, he's drinking a collab between Mason Ale Works and 8-Bit Brewing, Wonky Kong, a 9% ABV sour double IPA with peach and prickly pear. That sounds really, really good. Biscuit said he's got some homemade chicken soup and cornbread. Drinking water would totally bang it. And then, where's Matt Bars? I'm Matt Bars. Nar Shredder, New England double IPA from Strange Ways Brewing in Richmond, Virginia. He went in on his day off to get it. Half because it's really good and half because it's half price. And also half because of the can art. That can art that he shared into the group today is fantastic. Sarah said she's drinking Wiseacre Brewing Moon Biscuits Amber Ale. And then Dan has Unraveled 6.6% ABV from Founders. It's a new go-to.
That's
Scott,
what that is.
I went, what's what? Cesar?
I thought it was Gato. I was like, what the fuck does Gato mean? But it's go-to.
It's a new
I am drinking Single Origin Coffee Stout from Masthead Brewing in Cleveland. This is the 6.9% diggity. It's worthy of a 69. That's what it is. It is delicious and
You
absolutely.
would 69 that beer, huh?
I would 69 this beer.
So wait, is it just
What are we
me,
doing? What are we doing?
or 69 is
I
a
don't
little
know.
overrated?
No, we're not going there. We're moving
Actually,
on. We're moving on.
no, I agree.
I mean, right?
I agree.
No,
It's
we're
kinda
moving on.
overrated.
We're moving on. Yeah,
There's-
that's on the dock. Is 69 overrated? Yes or no?
That's a new quick hitter question.
No.
I like that
It's
quick
'cause
hitter. That's a good
I'm
quick
not
hitter.
like that's like my portion's handled. It's under control. It's the other portion that's super inconsistent. I got my shit on lock.
That's a different reason than I was thinking, but I understand the argument.
Yes. That's not where I thought that was going, but all right, good to know.
Matt, how's the road been treating you, man?
Well, great. No 69s, but you know.
Well, then are you really living then? Honestly,
I know.
You said you started the run about 10 days ago. You left San Diego. Where have you been so far?
I did. I went to Springdale, Arkansas. There was a place called the Black Apple. It's predominantly ciders, so it's a lot nicer than you think it would be. Then I went to Pittsburgh, hung out in Washington, D.C., Frederick, Maryland, and then Cincinnati tomorrow.
Chameleon's a good spot too. Have you done a show at Chameleon before in Cincinnati?
I have not. I haven't done a show in Cincinnati since last time I was a guest 4 years ago when I did that show in Taps.
Holy shit, man. Are you serious? This is your first time back in Cincinnati since 2019.
This is true.
That's amazing. So we need to pack this out then at Chameleon tomorrow night.
I'm down.
It's a return of Matt
I'm
Stanton.
excited. I think it will be actually because it's been so long. So.
who fucked up and let him back in?
That's your stance.
I mean, I'm just asking generally, like, you know. We were clean for 4 years.
Back by no demand.
That's my motto every week, Matt.
We
Matt,
send this
trip
to all
the
of our
trip to
guests so they know
Arkansas.
how we treat them.
The trip to Arkansas. Now I know you, and I know you love to actually drive on these trips. So are you telling
That's a
me
lot of
that was a
fucking driving.
drive from California to Arkansas for that show? Or
It
did you-
was. I've been driving the whole time.
God, Matt, how do you keep yourself sane? That's a ridiculous drive.
No, it's fine. I do it all the time. I just like driving. So it's no big deal.
How often do you JO on such a drive?
What?
0 times.
Well, the 69 take was one thing, but let's rein it back in, man.
Well,
Come on.
Look, man, last week was a really well-behaved week.
Yeah, so we're gonna ask somebody how many times they jack off while driving cross country. Seems like
even
a
do
pertinent
that.
question.
Can't even do that.
Did you hear
That's a good one.
You can't even do that with
You
Caesar.
can.
Says the
You
guy
can.
who quote unquote has his shit on lock.
God.
I do have my shit on lock.
He's got
But
his
bro,
shit handled.
driving down I-35 and trying to pull off that kind of maneuver, I'm gonna crash into a fucking wall.
Pull off.
I didn't mean for that,
I know, but it worked out.
but there's no way I'm gonna fucking crash into like a barricade and die. I mean, which isn't that bad of a thing, right? But
I mean, if you finish first.
What a
yeah,
kid.
there's no shot.
Moving on.
How is it this off the rails already? It's
Well, remember the
8:19 and we're
conversation
this off the
pre-show?
rails?
That should have been a clue.
Matt, in between.
Yeah, I guess I should have known this was coming with the
I
way
was
you
sober
did
then,
throughout
too.
the pre-show.
Matt, in between shows, how are you keeping yourself busy? What are you doing besides driving ridiculous distances? You've got some time off in between these shows. Like today, how'd you spend your day on the road away from home?
I've been running. I'm doing a lot
Dicks?
of that.
Are you running dicks? Were you inspired last week by Dick Runclair to start running some dicks?
I thought she stole my thing, but no. I'm that lady that fake. I have a burner account. I'm the other one.
Makes a lot of sense.
That would be quite the reveal the week after Dick Runclair. It was all
It's
a
me.
ruse.
I actually didn't have time when I left Arkansas. So I did the show Arkansas Thursday. It was over at 9. I had to be in Pittsburgh by 6:45 the next day. So I had
Oh shit.
21 hours to go 1,000 miles. So I didn't really have a lot of time. I just
My God.
bounced. So,
All right. On the road, I'm not going to ask the crazy Mookie questions, but what's the go-to snack to get you through from one city to the next? Because there's always the road trip snack that's a must-have in
An
the car.
Adderall?
Gotta love it.
Attaboy, Cesar.
That's a pretty good one. Takis. I've changed the.
Let's go. Let's go. Mexican. I'll start singing the national anthem.
Hey, I'm ready.
For Takis? Is that a Mexican thing?
Isn't
How do
that
you
like
pronounce
Frito-Lay?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
I'm
they got
so
bought out. We lived the Mexican dream. We expended as much as we could and got bought out by an American company.
That is a pretty good dream.
Are you sure that's not the American dream? I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
All right, so
still hoping
Takis
for that
are
dream for a show.
the go-to that you're
Mhm.
snacking on in between shows in your
So
1,000
Cesar,
miles.
where's your family from? Is your family from Mexico, or are you like multiple generations?
I'm like for real Mexican American.
Okay.
For real,
'Cause
not
I
for
did a
fake.
race in Chihuahua. Like a lot of people
fuck
go
yeah.
to like Tijuana stuff. I did the whole state of Chihuahua for like a week, and it was awesome. I don't know if you've ever been down there.
I've never been down there. I've just been Tamaulipas and Cancun. But
I don't
yeah.
know the first one.
I love how he says Cancun, trying to make it sound all authentic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we all know what Cancun is.
Head on,
Like,
right.
you don't have to hit the accent on it. It's just Cancun.
That's just how I say it.
That's where
I mean, that's where
but
Trey
this is
Young
where
is,
us
so I'm
Ameri-
well aware
that's
where
where
he is at.
that's where us Americans go to say we've been to Mexico. Trust me, it's what I did.
Matt, we've got some questions in the comments. Matt Barr asked if you're coming to Richmond anytime soon. I know you were just in Maryland, but
I hope to go in the fall, at least in the area. That'd be nice.
Sarah is disappointed that you're not coming to Tennessee. That's
Yell
rude.
at Tennessee.
And
Tell
then-
them about it.
just yell at the entire state.
Yeah.
Bring Matt Stanton. And then Tyson wants to know, what are comedy crowds like in Arkansas?
In that city, it was awesome. Springdale, it's right by like where Walmart and stuff. So there's like a tech hub. So it was like really cool crowds. I was shocked at how good it was. It was my first time there. It was awesome.
When you said that, the thought that went through my mind wasn't like Walmart headquarters. I thought it was just a Walmart.
Yeah, so did I. I was like,
Yeah,
a lot of
they're
tech.
cool. They got a Walmart, so it's fine down there.
I mean, that's a big sign. If you've got a Walmart, you're doing all right. I mean,
You've
it's
made
no
it.
Kroger, but
I don't
Middle
know.
of
I once
nowhere,
did a
Ohio.
show in Millersburg, Ohio, which is Amish country, and their Walmart legit had parking for buggies. So I don't think the
Dude, that's
Walmart
awesome.
in the town is the indicator that they're primed for comedy. But good crowds in Arkansas, huh?
Yeah, it was really good. I was shocked.
Okay. I was shocked. How many of these, as you're planning out this run, how many of these cities did you look at and you're like, oh, fuck, this one's just a paycheck. I don't even want to deal with this one, but I got to. Let's get that money.
So far, I've been lucky with that. Now, earlier when I was living in Ohio and I did a bunch of like the one-nighters, maybe you did, that's when you're like, ooh, good. Like, let me get that 125 for a 6-hour car drive. Yeah, but this one, I'm at like this weird, dumb, like I call it lower middle class comedian level, to where like no one knows who I am, but I have to get paid in order to leave. Like I'm not gonna do a show for free, so I get to do mainly stuff I like. So that's fun.
That's good. Yeah, those coming up shows where you're like, God, this is not going to be fun. I don't want to deal with this. Like, I have to do 45 minutes, and then I get to stop and get money. Let me see.
I
There
don't
was
know
another
how
one.
people do over 45, like those kind of shows. Like I'm doing 45 in 1 second, and I am leaving. Anymore. I like myself. I don't need other people to tell me I'm good. Like, nope, give me that money. I'm bouncing.
You are, Matt. You clearly do like yourself. Like your positivity is absolutely amazing. For those of you that don't know, in the Craft Root Sports Facebook group, for the last 2 years, Matt has been sharing a post every Monday, just checking in, seeing how people are doing, how are your goals, how's your health, how's your mental health. Let's lift each other up. Just the epitome of positivity. That's strange for a comedian, Matt, to be that positive.
you never
And
asked me that shit.
It's where
I
does
know.
that
I
come
don't
from?
hang out with comics, really. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't know. Some comics are all right, but I would say 80%. I'm like, I'm good.
I'm trying to find some more of these. Oh, there we go. Dan says you need to come through Northwest Ohio in the Toledo Funny Bone. You can hit them up. Biscuit wants to know Bucky's or Sheets. Who you got?
I'm going cheats.
Huh?
Just
Good choice.
Just because I don't need prime rib or whatever. Is that what Buc-ee's has? Like, I don't need that much. I just want a peanut butter hot chocolate. I don't need anything crazy.
Peanut butter hot chocolate. That sounds delicious, though. Can
That's
you
a good
imagine
car ride one to keep you up. I like that.
a peanut butter hot chocolate No coffee? No caffeine in there?
I mean, you can. It just depends on the day. Like, yeah, like I guess they call it dirty, right? You put espresso in or whatever. Yeah.
Dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Cesar, by the way, we got a new we might have a new t-shirt idea here from Tank, because he said Cesar is all about addies and baddies.
I've never partaken.
Is he?
I've never partaken.
Lies.
Dude, you should. It's fun.
Matt, have you gotten a chance to watch much baseball on the road? Have you been listening in or watching any of these games?
I have not, but I do have my half-season tickets in San Diego. So if anyone, because we're mainly friends who listen. Now, if you're a stranger listening, thank you, but don't ask me for my tickets. But if you're part of
But if you're part of the Facebook group, you qualify.
I'm good.
You got to have commented on Matt's positivity post in
Yes.
order to qualify for the tickets.
Sarah, Matt Barr, Daniel, all of you, you're all welcome.
All of you that don't live in San Diego.
Fucking sheets.
Although Matt's not far away, right?
Wait, Caesar, are you
Matt for Matt.
Googling Sheets right now?
Yeah.
Is that,
'cause,
did you just
yeah,
discover what it is?
there's no way you can compare that in the same vein as Bucky's.
They aren't. They aren't.
Sheets.
Regular.
They're definitely different. I feel
Bucky's
like
clears.
Sheets is more of a comparison to what would you say, Matt? Maybe Come and Go. That's probably a good comparison.
That thing is so stupid. You get it?
I mean, I still think it's funny. Maybe that's even more telling, though.
This is the
If that's the
audience
case.
they're pulling for right there, because Mookie would be driving through Iowa and would be like, "I gotta top off at Come and Go. Get a
Get the fuck
picture,
out
man.
of here.
Come on."
Get the fuck out of here. No, stop. If he does that, I need to think about my options.
Mookie, would you stop at Come and Go just because of the sign?
I mean, I would too, right? But I'm not gonna say I need to top
No,
off.
not if if I'm not getting off the highway for gas, I'm not getting off the highway. Period. Like when you're on a road
Oh
trip,
my
you're fucking
God.
hustling until you get where you're going, or you're gonna run out of fuel to get where you're going. Period. End of sentence.
Matt, how are you as like a trip?
Scott's
Sorry.
losing his shit over here.
Busted leave.
Oh.
Yeah,
That is a fantastic alternate name. I'm gonna pull over here to the Bustin' leave.
Bucky's just dropped a new sandwich and apparently it goes crazy. It's a 3-meat sandwich. It's sausage. I'm being serious.
Dude.
It's sausage, turkey, and brisket. That sounds amazing with their little Bucky sauce.
Like,
Crazy.
people think it's funny, but I've heard people talk about these truck stop like eateries. Like, people swear by certain food. at
Bucky's
these
is
places.
crazy, bro.
Like, places, these truck stops are like known for certain food items, and I'm like, how in the fuck is there anything but prepackaged shit that's edible? At
But
these
it's
food
not.
stops?
It's not. It's
No,
not.
I know. People will go to these food stops. They live close by and have dinner at these fuckers. I'm
Well,
My
like,
that's the
favorite-
thing. Like
absurd to
Sheets is like almost like a restaurant, like type, like a sub shop with gas is kind of how you look at Sheets. It's not
I
a
get you.
gas station that does subs. It's like we have a made to order. Like there's a computer system in there to put in your made to order sub. Oh, also if you need gas, we got that up front. So like you just gotta change your mindset, Scott.
My favorite memory at Bucky's is I was driving down from Austin to Laredo, and so at Bucky's, whenever they get a fresh like thing of brisket and they put it on the board, they all yell, "Fresh brisket on the board!" and they start cutting it and shit, right? But you can tell when there's like people from Mexico because they have all their Samsungs out and they're just like with their phones out staring at the guy like tossing the brisket. Then they put it on the board and he says, "Fresh brisket on the board." And they start cutting and they start clapping. Like the people recording start clapping. And then the guys finish cutting the brisket and they walk out and they start taking pictures with the guys cutting the brisket. It's crazy.
I don't know how that's Mexican, but that's a hilarious story.
Yeah.
No, it's all the tourists from Mexico because the Americans don't give a fuck. They just think it's brisket. But they're like,
Matt-
"Ay, mira, mijo, el brisket."
Matt, Dan mentioned Indian food at truck stops. Fire.
What?
Do you agree? Fire or dumpster fire for
Where is
Indian
this?
food?
I haven't seen this.
I feel like Joe Hall mentioned that a few times on his walk. He would find
did,
like
yes.
truck stops that sold Indian food, and he was
Is
like,
that why-
"This is the
is that
best
why it's
Indian
a
food I've
crazy
ever
shit or
had."
no?
Oh, I get it. Okay, a little more North Midwest, they are buying the gas stations. people of Indian descent. Okay, now it makes
Let's
sense.
fucking
But
go
no, okay.
minorities.
Okay.
Let's fucking go, minority.
Caesar's just
fucking
aligning
go, bro.
himself with
That's
anybody.
a hell of a battle cry.
Caesar's doing his own show for himself, where he's just randomly popping. He's like, I missed last week. I got to make up for lost ground. Let's go minorities. And then, then I'm looking the camera to see if I can cut to him. And no, he just wanted to say that one thing, and then he sits like this, just to mess with me.
And you only get the top shoulders of the t-shirt too. I feel like you're robbing us of like the real shit on that, but you showed it earlier, so I can imagine the rest.
It's a
Sarah
crazy
said
ass
Wawa is
shirt.
solid. So Matt, now we need a traveler sip chug drain pour. Sheets, Wawa, or Bucky's
Bro.
sip chug drain pour.
I'm gonna have a fucking seizure.
Well, I haven't had Bucky's yet. I don't think we can compare it. You have to do
Thank
come and
God.
go. Come and go drain pour.
Let's
For
go.
obvious
Oh wait,
reason.
no, he didn't say pour drain. My bad.
And then I already forgot where the other chug and sip. Okay, sip, sheets, and chug Wawa.
Mookie, what do you got?
Well, I gotta come clean and admit I've only been to Sheets. I drove by a Wawa, I think, in California, but I didn't stop. So I'm gonna sip Sheets,
This is going so well.
pour drain, come and go, and chug Wawa.
Scott, have you had Bucky's? And okay, cool. We're just gonna skip
I've
this.
driven past all of them. Go ahead, skip me, please.
You've not even been to a Sheets? There's a ton of those in Ohio.
I've never stopped at them. I'm like you. Pause. I'm like you. In that,
Wait a minute. Sorry, but this is deserved.
I don't.
No, there was
No, it had nothing to do with race. I
no,
just
I
meant
do
like.
race.
Oh, I felt it.
It's all
You don't want to
it
be
wasn't-
like me. I
It
see.
wasn't
Okay,
a race
yeah.
at all. I was just
You
saying.
brought the race
like,
into it.
yeah, you just outed yourself again.
Shout out
Anyway,
TK.
where's that lane line?
I don't like stopping. Like I like just going. Like I've seen these. I remember
Same.
driving past a Bucky's for the first time, and I was like, "Holy shit! Look at that fucking thing! It's like an event. Like I couldn't believe how massive this thing
what she
was."
said.
But I still was like, "I'm not stopping. Like I hate stopping, so
Same.
I never stop at these big places." I always
Matt,
end up
how
pulling
much are
up
you
with a
stopping when
BB
you're
in the
driving?
hood.
In between shows, how much are you stopping?
I'll stop for a little bit. Like, okay, so there's the little thing about come and go. I went there. I had to get gas. It was the only option, and they have like trinkets and stuff there. And there was this coffee mug. It was in Oklahoma, and they said Oklahoma, where the Trail of Tears stopped.
Oh, I need that.
That's
I
as
need
positive
that.
as they want it to sound.
Oh my god!
It's not like
need
they
that
did
on
it
the
at the
shirt.
kindness of their hearts. It was just some white guys like, I'm tired of walking. We're stopping here. Like that's not chivalry. It's not like Ted Bundy's like, oh, I stopped the murdering. Yeah, after 30 people.
It'd be like
Bundy,
a
interesting
state in the
reference.
South being like, we were the first state to stop slavery. Yeah. We were the first Southern state to stop slavery, y'all. We didn't tolerate it. As soon as they told us we had to stop, we stopped cold turkey.
That is amazing.
Oh
Please
my
tell me you
God.
bought that mug, Matt. You
No!
Oh, bro.
He's like, I don't want to encourage this shit.
I'd be kicked out of my house. There's no way.
What a banner thing to put up. Like, could you, like pulling into there? That should be on the state sign. Like,
Welcome to
Oklahoma. It's like Oklahoma, where the Trail of Tears stopped. Welcome to Oklahoma.
What does Oklahoma claim? Casinos?
Apparently,
man.
they
All right,
keep
Matt.
ending the Trail of Tears.
Since
And
you haven't
Adrian Peterson.
watched too much baseball, let's talk a little baseball because I think there's some things that we can enlighten you to from this past week that have happened in the baseball world besides the Reds screwing up my fade the Reds play all year long with their 5-game win
That
streak.
shit.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
So one of my favorite stories from this week was the Braves, not the A's. It was the Braves had a home run celebration that has been banned, shut down, no longer allowed. Everybody's doing this year. This world, we talked about like the World Baseball Classic carrying through. Now teams are showing like personality, having fun, and it's a weird thing to see in baseball. And the big trend is every team is doing these weird home run celebrations in
It's
the
like
dugout.
college baseball.
And they're trying to one up each other. So the Braves decided to go with a big hat celebration. They got one of the big hats that we've seen go around. They had it custom made for the Braves, and they would put this on the players after a home run. Wear the big hat. That was their celebration.
The best was Ozzy. Ozzy was the first one to do it, and it was
They
so
stopped
fitting.
letting
being
him wear it.
Being the smallest guy on the team,
Yeah.
it was so great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Cesar, you're right. They stopped them from wearing it, and the reason why is insane to me. I get it. I mean, I get it, but it's also insane.
Right, that's what I said. I
New-
get it, but
Money.
New Era got wind of the celebration because it started to go viral, and New Era said, "Actually, we are the official cap of Major League Baseball, and you
we
cannot
don't make
wear
that
this
hat."
big hat on the field ever again." And that got to the Braves, and the Braves had to kill the celebration.
Dude,
Matt, is this the dumbest thing baseball's ever done?
New Era just should have made the big hat. Like,
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. How easy was that of a solution? Like, just make the big hat and then be like, guess what? We have one. Here you go. Ditch the old unofficial big hat. Like, oh, and by the way, we sell big hats now. Like,
cool. New
thanks to
Era,
this
even
celebration.
bigger hats.
Yeah.
Copy road.
So, like, how big we talking here? Like shoulder width?
Yes.
Maybe
I'd
that's
be-
what we
see,
do.
That's a big hat I could get behind.
You know, New Era would screw that up though. They'd go with the big
Yeah.
hat, but then they do like City Connect version, and they'd have random patches on it that don't make sense, and then it's terrible. But I wanted to talk about these home run celebrations because there have been some that I'm all on board with right
Me
now,
too.
guys. What's your favorite one, Cesar? What's your favorite?
See us fucking
Celebration.
rise. It's the Mariners,
Mariners is
with the
solid.
trident.
They get a
The best
trident
one.
out. Not
Poseidon, bro.
bad at all.
They're gonna watch all of you drown, as am I.
I don't think I've
also
seen
like-
a single one.
You haven't seen any of these, Mookie?
You haven't seen
Not
the
even
tides
like-
rise?
Dude, we talked about it on the show before, like not that long ago, because the Orioles with the beer bong, like that
Yes.
was what started this whole thing. And then the Reds have the weird Viking thing, like that never made sense, but whatever. Like everybody's got their own. Like we talked about this on the show
I
already.
found
I'm-
out
I'm
why
very
the
well
Reds
aware.
have the Viking helmet, by the way. I
Why?
looked at
What is it?
one of the pitchers looked at Fraley and said, "You look like a Viking," and that was it. That was the whole genesis of the Viking helmet celebration.
Good. I guess good thing New Era's like, hey, we don't make Viking helmets. They gotta stop that because we don't. That's not the official New Era Viking helmet of the Major League Baseball.
Well,
Like,
there's two that I'm wondering if New Era is going to step in on. The first one is the Nationals. I don't know if you guys have seen the Nationals, but they put a powdered wig on the
that
guy
is awesome.
and give
That's
him a tiny
awesome.
American flag.
And the good news is the Nationals suck, so it's not like they're hitting that many home runs. So this is like sparingly seen. Like you don't get old. This one doesn't get old quick because it's like, oh shit, and that's in a home run. That happens like once a week. Like that's a really cool celebration. I like that one. I didn't know about that one, especially with a black guy wearing a powdered wig. That's good time.
Just gives off real big Hamilton vibes. When you
Yes,
wear the black
yes.
and wear the powdered wig.
Is that as good as a musical as everyone says it is? I've never
No,
seen it.
fuck that musical. I'm
No,
sick of hearing about
corny.
that shit. Like,
I've seen.
Matt, you
that's
said corny?
mildly racist.
Corny.
it can
Is
eat
it
dick
about
like
the
Harry
banker?
Potter.
It's about
What?
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, that's why the banker.
He's the
Yeah.
best U.S. treasurer, I guess.
There are a lot of like descriptions you could have gone to for Alexander Hamilton. I don't know how many would have gone through before I went with banker. That's
Didn't he
it.
also get like in a duel with one of his homies or some shit?
He
He
did,
did.
yes.
Yeah.
He got shot by Aaron Burr.
What a
Didn't
fucking
go well.
dog. Wait, did he die or no?
He
He
died.
did,
Oh,
yes.
fuck, he's not a dog.
Yeah,
Never
that's how
mind.
he met his
Never
end.
mind.
Sarah said, I hope the powdered wig gets progressively bigger as the season goes on. That's a great idea.
That is good.
Have that wig get bigger and bigger and keep adding to it.
See, that's a
and
celebration I get behind. These other ones just they seem half-assed. Now I see what you got coming up. That's a solid one, but big hat again. I know because of the lawsuit or whatever. I feel like they could have done so much more. Were they allowed to continue? But now we'll never know.
Matt Barr said powdered wig is A++. I like that celebration. The other one
I don't know if you have my favorite one, but my favorite one, the first time I saw it, I was like, I like that, but is that racist? Like, if that tips you off to which one it is, like
it is not. No, it does not tip me off because I didn't.
The one for the Angels, the Angels,
Oh,
I loved it.
yes.
But like I was like,
Find it real quick.
that might be kind of racist, isn't it? Like, he seems cool, he's wearing it, so I'm sure he gave it his blessing, but it seems a little racist to me. Like, when the white guys are wearing it, right? Like,
Wait, Matt, you're shaking your head. No,
I think you already know what it is. And I don't
I gotta look it up now. I gotta pull it up. So
yes, you do, because
give me
well,
a
bring up the
second.
Kansas City one. Well, we can
In
talk
the
about the Kansas City
meantime,
one.
yeah, here's one that I found that I did dig. This is Kansas City. So the Kansas City originally went with the crown for the Royals, right?
Yeah, that's
but
easy.
when they got the crown in, it was dented, so they couldn't use it. So they decided to alter plans and instead went with the gladiator mask.
I love
This
that.
is
That's sick as fuck right
badass.
there.
That is awesome.
That's dope.
That's MF Doom.
It is MF Doom. Yes, that is very much an MF Doom mask. But
It also, again, another team that's not hitting many home runs, so this one won't get overused. You won't get bored with it because you see it too often. Like, you're like, oh shit, man, look at that Russell Crowe fucking gladiator helmet. That's pretty badass. I haven't seen that thing in months. Yeah, it's because the Royals never hit home runs.
What are the Yankees using? I can only imagine what kind of play out.
Oh,
they
they
have.
nothing. They just high five and shake hands because they're boring, fucking stupid franchise. They're like, here's a razor, shave.
Did they make a Bat Boy? Didn't they make like one of the Bat Boys?
Dude, they made a road Bat Boy who was wearing the Yankees jersey, because you know how like the road teams will wear the jerseys even though they're just local. Yeah. Like, he had long hair and everybody pointed out, oh, look at this guy, you know. And then the next game, he had it like put ponytail.
Wait, they have bad boys for different teams?
Yeah,
I mean,
like most franchises don't take their Bat Boys on the road, so they just use the Bat Boys of the home team, but they'll put on like the road jersey. Like, teams will bring, because I remember talking to the dude at the Reds, the Bat Boy at the Reds Stadium about that. Like, he was in the Braves, he was the Braves Bat Boy, but he's like, oh no, I live here. Like, yeah, they just like, I just get uniforms every time a team comes to the city, and like, you know, just
How do you get that job? That's badass. Free jerseys?
I think
They
you
don't
have to give them
like,
back.
keep it. Yeah, like, they don't keep it. It's like wearing the uniform for the day. Yeah. It's not. They're not like, here, have a jersey.
It's basically like wearing the mascot
motherfuckers.
uniform. It's just you don't even get to
Right.
look like a funny, hilarious
Ew,
mascot.
do they wash it at least? Imagine all like
No,
sweat.
no,
mean,
they don't
Just
wash
Bat
it. They're
Boy?
just like, yeah, you gotta have the nut sweat from the guy
That's
over in
fucking
Milwaukee. That's where we're coming
gross.
from.
That's nasty.
This
Yes,
is
they
from
wash it,
Babe
dude.
Ruth's nephew.
I would
All right,
never do
guys.
that shit. I'd ask for it to be washed before I wear it.
I found the Angels
we go.
celebration. The question is this racist? Here's the hat that the
Oh, this is
Angels.
not.
And it's Mike Trout.
That's not good. That's not
This
good.
is from an article I found. It is a custom-made kabuto from Japan that includes a Japanese lion on the top. Shohei Ohtani actually purchased this for about $2,500. That's
Oh my god.
That sounds expensive than I thought you were gonna say.
Is this racist? That's the question. Is this one
No,
racist?
like, again, it's not, because Shohei bought it and obviously is okay with it and gave it his blessing. But it just is weird seeing the white dudes rocking it, man, when there's only one Japanese dude on the roster otherwise.
I feel like we need to do a sip, chug, drain, pour, but not with this one. We are staying far away from this one.
I'm sipping this one. I 100%
Oh, I'm
am sipping
sipping this shit.
And, but
This is
like,
crazy.
and no, like, honest to God, though, of all of them, this was the first one I saw, and I'm like, that's really cool that they did it. And of course, I will say, the first time I saw it, it was with Shohei wearing it, and I was like, oh shit, look at Shohei. Like, he's coming back off the WBC, like he's using the personality thing. Yeah, once I started seeing the white dudes wear it, it was like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable about this. Like, it feels a certain way. It's kind of weird. Like if like if I thought it was funny to like wear a do rag after a home run, but then like all the white guys like it's the home run do rag. You'd be like,
Comes up looking like Malibu's Most Wanted.
right? Like you're just like that's a little racist, isn't it?
Oh no, B-Rad, just step away. Okay, here's your sip, chug, drain, pour. We got to go with the Royals, MF Doom Gladiator mask, the Nationals Powdered Wig, and the Braves Big Hat. So Scott, I'll go to you first.
Big Hat.
Yeah, former celebration there.
Yeah. This is tough. You know what? It got poured out anyway, so I'm actually gonna drain pour the Big Hat because as cool as it is, I much like that. I'm gonna sip that powdered wig, man. That powdered wig, that's solid. Like I like it, and I'll chug the gladiator mask. Like the gladiator mask is something that you might see somebody rock at like Halloween, but how many times you've seen somebody rocking a powdered wig?
Powdered wig, yeah.
Like outside of just TV. Like I like that one. I like that one a lot. So I'm sipping Washington, chugging the Royals, and drain pouring the Braves because R.I.P.
Matt, how you feeling on that? Are you agreeing with Scott, or you got difference of opinion?
I think I'm agreeing with Scott, but do you all remember last year in the middle of the season, the Phillies just got like a straw hat?
Boo!
Yes. I thought that was so dumb.
Boo!
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it, make it good.
All right, so you're on board with Scott's assessment there.
I'm with that. I do like that MF Doom thing.
All right, Mookie, sip, chug, drain, pour.
I would light that wig on fire and then pour drain that thing. That is so dumb. I feel like that is guaranteed to give you lice.
What?
Just
Dude,
looking
I
at
have
it, I feel like I got lice.
Like, not
that thing
the
is
other head,
nasty looking.
not all the other headwear that people are also transferring from head to head. Like, come on, man, they're all like likely to give you lice. I hope that professional athletes aren't out here rocking lice. How about that? Like,
I'm pretty sure powdered wigs come with their own self-sustaining population of lice. So pour drain that motherfucker. I'll sip on the big hat. Like that's pretty cool. Like I can get down with that hat. It looks fun. I honestly just want to put it on and like ram my head into some stuff and see how it feels. And then clearly the gladiator helmet is the fucking truth, man. That thing is sick as fuck. I would wear that all day long. Like I hit a home run, I'm wearing that bitch out the next half inning.
In Mookie's world, apparently lice cannot be transferred from a giant hat or a helmet that other people also wear.
Nope, because
powdered wig.
Right, because lice see those things and they're like, we're not cool enough to be there, so we're just gonna go hang back out on this like old piece of shit powdered wig. It's
Cesar,
that easy.
Yeah, Biscuit wants to know, Mookie, why do you hate it?
Because they're racist.
That's actually kind of a bar.
That's a solid. That's a solid answer. Fuck.
That's super hard. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll give it to myself then.
You're not allowed to give it to yourself.
I was gonna say you can't give yourself a rap air horn.
Too good of a moment. I had to ruin it, guys. Come on.
He did it for the minorities.
Caesar, sip, chug, drain, pour.
I'm sipping
powder wig. And
I'm sipping MF Doom. Pause. R.I.P. And I am pour draining the fucking wig, and I'm chugging the Braves hat because of Andre 3000.
Solid rationale.
Solid reasoning.
He was wearing that jersey in the bobblehead, no?
He was, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
And you put that big hat on, you kind of look like a bobblehead.
I just have a big head.
I am drain pouring the big hat because it's dead anyway, so kill it and bury it and be done with it. The powdered wig is getting chugged, and then the gladiator mask is getting sipped. That powdered wig, so that's a great celebration.
And shout out to Sarah, because just like she was yelling at Matt Barr, thank you for your service, to get out of her head, I'm going to yell at her to get out of my bedroom, because you goddamn right. Gladiator masks and socks for me all the way. Wins every Missionary Wednesday.
He walks into the room with the gladiator mask and socks. Are you not entertained? Is this the why you are here?
I was going to say, you know what time it is.
Can you imagine Mookie walking in with just a hat and socks on?
and the mirrored
Talk about
sunglasses
nightmare
underneath
fuel.
though. Like I don't think it hits as hard without the mirrored shades.
It really doesn't. Look, that is the one thing I will say about that celebration. Without the sunglasses underneath, it looks kind of
that, and that's why I took off. That's why I said I would
picture.
only. That's why I would chug it. Like I like it, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just a mask. Like it looks so much harder with the sunglasses on.
But it's not any mask. It's like Kane's mask. It's unforgettable. You're only gonna know what mask it is. Like MF Doom's mask is MF Doom's mask. Kane's mask is Kane's mask. Rey Mysterio's mask is Rey Mysterio's mask. There's like
Is he
masks that
dead?
are just unforgettable.
I go with
No,
Marcus
no.
Aurelius's
Okay.
mask, but whatever.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Marcus Aurelius? You don't know Gladiator?
No, I know Troy.
You've
All right,
never
listen, we gotta
seen
talk-
Gladiator?
We got to talk about
I've
Matt
seen
Stanton's
Troy.
pitcher, Blake Snell, and
Bro.
what this clown said.
Okay, so as you all know, I am a giant fan of Godzilla. I named my dog Godzilla, and Blake Snell is called
Hard.
Snellzilla, and he is my least favorite
Oh God.
Padre. I can't stand that they took the nickname of one of my favorite things. He just walks everyone. I know he's like a shoe guy. I know you guys were talking about that earlier, but yeah, he like talks about shoes, and they all say how fun he is. I'm like, he's got to be paying someone under the table not to insult him constantly. Like,
Not to
City of
insult
San
him
Diego keeps
constantly.
forgiving him for being beyond mediocre. That bothers me.
Yeah.
He is. He's not that great. Like he had a good stretch for a while there, but he's not that great. So they asked a set of players a month into the season now what they thought about the new rules and like what they like about it and what could use tweaked and things like that. Blake Snell, when asked what his favorite thing about the new rules is, he said, quote, "None I can think of." That was it. He has nothing good to say about any of the new rules. Some of the guys were like, well, it's nice because my garage closes at midnight and it was like a rush to get home with my wife and kids after a game. And now I don't have to worry as much because the games are going quicker. Nice way to say it. Like you're clearly whatever.
Wait,
Then
a
Blake
player
Snell-
said that?
Yeah, a player said that. Then they asked Blake
Fucking care
Snell
about
what
your
could be
driving.
improved, and Snell said, quote, "Stolen bases, it's a joke. Can't throw no one out. You have to be 1.2, 1.3 seconds to the plate. If you pick twice, they're getting crazy jumps and leads. Stolen bases are a joke. And the bases are
Shut up,
closer. The
Blake
game was
Snell.
made perfectly, and they changed the game. I need to be better at
Oh my
pressing buttons on the pitch comm device. Sometimes you're thinking about how to attack a hitter, then you need to hit the buttons. I'd like to be able to say I'm pressing the wrong buttons. More time would help." Blake, you don't have to press the buttons. The catcher can do that for you. Like you are taking on extra load of like, well, I've got to be quicker, so I'm going to call my own pitches. And then you bitch because you don't have enough time to call your own pitches. And then you complain about the stolen bases. It just sounds like you ain't that good, Blake, and people are running all over you. Like maybe get a better move, right? Like let's stop being such a bitch and get a better pickoff move instead of complaining that you don't have enough time now that everybody who loves the pitch clock is happy about it except for you, Blake Snell. What the fuck, man? Scott is
Also, also he sounds completely asinine with the old stance of they made the game perfect when it originated. Like, get the fuck out of here. Baseball's been changing the rules of the game forever since its inception, just like every other sport. Like, get the fuck out of here with saying they made it perfect the first time around. They didn't need to.
They changed the way they ran the bases. They used to go the other fucking direction.
Yeah, I'm like Blake Snell,
honestly.
because
Wait,
so many
what?
people bitched. We don't have to watch you flail at pitches for fucking 3 or 4 times a game. How about that? Like, we're happy we don't have to see you bat each fucking game. Like, even my traditionalist ass is happy that I don't have to watch Blake Snell pick up a bat ever in my life again.
You
Good
know what?
God.
Maybe that should be the backlash. Is that as punishment, Blake
And
Snell
Matt's-
has to bat.
Matt's right. Like, there was always going to be a player, but like, I actually expected it to be somebody more like, on their way out, like more like a Scherzer. Like, Scherzer seems like the type of, real, blowing smoke and like you're just angry old man or whatever. But Blake Snell, a young enough dude to not be, I remember when baseball was played, when they didn't wear helmets at the plate. That's how it should be. They shouldn't wear helmets. I mean, you just get in there and get in the box like a real man. You don't need a helmet. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Scott, let me help you out here, because I think Tabari actually took it to where you were trying to finish, is that baseball wasn't perfect because there were no black or Latin players when it started. And as Tabari says, what else would you expect from a guy named Blake?
Race card.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a great way to control the run game is not have a career just short of 6 walks per 9 innings.
There's so many guys on base to run.
A left-hander who has a bad pickoff move. That is impossible.
That's what kills
you want to
me.
take base?
And he's trying to kill Godzilla's good name. I am more mad about that.
What a dick. Also, Biscuit pointing out that baseball had to lower the mound because Bob Gibson was so good, they needed to find a way for white guys to get hit. I'm sorry.
It's true.
I mean,
I
right.
just love, he said it was made perfectly. They used to throw underhand. Like Blake Snell. Blake Snell would have to throw it underhand to the plate. Like, what are we doing, man? Like,
what a horrible take. Blake
We are
Snell.
breaking
Get outta
Caesar's
here.
brain, by the way.
So they used to run the other way.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm eating a burger. And
Ooh.
they
Sorry,
would throw
I'm eating
underhand.
they would throw underhand, and they
Yep.
didn't have gloves. There were no gloves originally in the game. Like, they would just catch the ball with, and also fans would just be on the field. Like, stadiums, like fans were just in the field of play, like having a picnic. And then that was like, hey, this is baseball now. Okay, cool.
This is where baseball starts.
We're having a picnic and baseball game broke out.
Question. Why are the polo grounds so fucking long? Like, why is that bitch so big?
Polo?
Like, no one's gonna hit a home run there.
Polo?
Yeah, the polo grounds where the Dodgers used to
That's
play
why
when they were in
stopped
Brooklyn.
playing there.
Because I saw this YouTube video where it said trying to hit a home run at the polo grounds, and I spent 20 minutes watching it, and they never hit a home run there.
Yeah, it was a rough field. It was a very rough field to play on. Hey, Scott, you mentioned Max Scherzer as one of the guys that you thought would have one of these weird takes. He's got a conspiracy theory that pitchers are getting hurt more now because of the pitch clock.
Yeah, I've heard about this. I didn't hear from Max Scherzer, but I heard somebody ask the question like, injuries or injuries up pitchers. These guys go down with Tommy John and all this shit. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. This Tommy John thing's been an epidemic forever. Like, I don't think there's any way to control it. And it just is. You want to talk about being part of the game? That's just part of the game now. Like, you haven't arrived as an MLB pitcher until you've had Tommy John at this point.
Matt, do you think that the compressed games are leading to more injuries in pitchers?
No, I do not. And that was the one thing I was marginally good at when I was a kid, was a pitcher. And I would just, there's no effect. It's the rhythm of the game. It's better.
Right.
Better.
I have a question.
Yes, Cesar.
Who the fuck is Tommy John?
First guy to get his, I believe it's ULC, I think. replaced.
UCL.
Ulnar collateral ligament.
I'm dyslexic for this. So yeah, he got the first surgery and he was able to come back, and he actually won more games than
He's better than he was before.
Is getting Tommy John surgery like the NBA equivalent of tearing your ACL? You know how people come back stronger from ACL injuries now?
No, I feel like in ACL, there's still a bit of a question as to, like, will you get back to your peak? Whereas with Tommy John, I think it's pretty well understood that you're going to be maybe not 100%, but like 99, 98. Whereas with an ACL, it's like 92.
Thank you.
So very similar then.
No. 8%
percentage
is
points?
a big difference, man.
Tyson clearing it up for you, Cesar. Tommy John is Jimmy John's brother.
Like the sandwich guy?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
They go way back.
Tyson, how are you guys? This is just an honest question. Like, how are your kids in school? Because I feel like there's probably shit like that he tells them all the time that then they go into class and be like, yeah, so my dad said this. And it's like, no, you dunce, get to the back of the classroom.
Matt Barr pointing out on this episode of Mookie Makes Up Stats, you're 92% ACL recovery.
Look, bro, you know
98.
72% all statistics are made up, motherfucker. So why are you coming at me for it?
It sounded real good with the science and the numbers. It was like, oh yeah, 98, 92. People are like, what? I guess that sounds right, but really close. Like,
It's
I don't
typical
know.
Mookie. Just say something with enough confidence and hope nobody calls you.
It's got me this far in life. Why would I change my approach now?
Say it with conviction.
Matt, did you watch any of that Mexico game the Padres played in?
The series. No, it was a series. It was a two-game series.
Sorry.
I did not. I was too busy. I was in DC. That was the one time I actually did like touristy stuff. So
Would you
I
see it?
did.
Wait, now I gotta break this down. What did you wear a powdered wig while you were in DC and go?
I did not. I was being used.
Well, wait, did they hit a home run?
They hit like 30 of them.
Dude, it was
Oh.
the
Dude,
series was
No, sorry.
absolutely insane.
I thought you said you went to a Nationals game while you're in DC, not talking about the one down south.
They're playing like at a high school field, dude. It was crazy.
Dude,
My favorite
who
part
knew
though
that
was when the Giants pitcher like fucked up his ankle, and in the back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, ding, 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 ding. I was like, yes, my fucking people, that's me. There's a break in time. What are you doing? There's a break. You fucking party. Fuck the injury. You party. 1, 2, 3, 4, ding, 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 ding. I fucking love my people so much.
Like 902. There's your promo for the
Yep,
week.
I was gonna say. I'm marking it down.
The guy's like limping. Like you can tell, like his ankle ligament, wherever the fuck's down there, is fucked. Like he doesn't have it anymore. And then you hear the DJ in the background. Well, not the DJ, but the song. Oh, that's a burp. Disgusting ass beer. 3, 4, ding, ding, ding. Oh, beautiful. I love it so much.
Scott, are we gonna see more of these series? Like these?
They're fucking better be.
Out of the country series?
Dude, I'm 100% on board for this shit. I had heard like, so I got pissed off Friday night because I saw that Matt, I'll let you know that I'm heavily invested in the Padres offense because I have both Manny and Tatis on my fantasy team. So I'm looking at Friday, I'm going to set my lineup, and I'm like, why in the fuck are these guys off on a Friday night? Like, who made this schedule? This is absurd. Like, it's got to be something with the balanced schedule, but this is so dumb. Like, everybody plays Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when everybody plays. I find out later, oh, they got this Mexico series. And I'm like, okay, all right. So there's a reason why they weren't playing on Friday. But then I start hearing, hey, get ready because apparently the elevation is even higher than Colorado. So, like,
It's way higher than Colorado.
Yeah,
way higher.
and they said they were like, this is gonna be a shit show. And so I'm like, well, this is good, good for offense. And it was everything you could hope for. I'm like, can we play every single baseball game in Mexico and Colorado? Like, just you want to make baseball fun, just have 11 to 13 games every damn night. Like, I'm here for it. Play the whole season in Mexico if that's the type of offense we're gonna get.
So
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't think we need offense. We just need that. We just need Cesar. I mean, honestly.
First World Baseball Classic. I was like, we just need a party, and that'll make baseball fun to watch. If you just have bands playing in the stands, like
Laredo, like where I live, we have a dual national team. They play in Laredo and no Laredo, like in Mexico. They split like their home games between the two stadiums. It's fucking crazy because you can tell they're more Mexican than they are American because they have two mascots. They're the tecolotes, which a tecolote is an owl, just in Spanish. So
Why'd you add so many extra letters, though?
Tecolotes? I don't know. Ask fucking cabeza de vaca. I don't know. Ask the cabeza de vaca. I don't know. Or fucking Magellan. Ask some Mexican conqueror. I don't fucking know, bro. I'm just the guy that was born into the culture. So they play and they have the owl mascots, the owl and the owlet, if that's what you call a girl owl.
Is she hot?
I don't think they've ever had a name, but go ahead.
And so they have another one. This is purely just Mexico, being Mexico. They have a gorilla. like the gorilla from like SpongeBob. Remember that one episode? Like the gorilla comes out of nowhere and he's just chaos, like chaos all over Bikini Bottom. Well, that's the gorilla mascot at the Tecos game here in Laredo. The guy's fucking hitting people on their head, flicking them off, doing all sorts of crazy shit, hitting guys on the ass. He's a menace, but he's amazing. It's wild. I fucking love, and it's like the LMB, the Mexican baseball league. It's amazing. Puig plays in it actually.
Sarah said you went all PJ Masks with it.
Dude, that's a crazy ass show. Yeah.
Barry said you're like a young Joey Diaz if you focused on sports and not drugs.
Tecos. Ah!
So is that another shirt? Do sports, not drugs, kids? Like, I feel like it's a pretty solid endorsement.
Be a solid shirt.
Dollar beers on Tuesdays and Wednesdays if you're in Laredo.
No, wait, hold on. No, we can't just blow by that. So when you say dollar beer, Cesar, what we getting for that dollar?
A Miller Lite.
Ooh, a Miller Latte. That's not bad. And since it's a PBR or
that's an
High
Applebee's.
Life. Applebee's.
Yeah.
Ew. Well, sometimes you'll get a Hams though. I don't know if you said this before. Have you ever had? You don't have Hams down there, do you, Cesar?
I have ham, like pig ham.
Pig, yeah. Mike, I don't think that's the same thing, is it?
It is not.
It is
Hams
not.
is the official dad beer of the Burlon household.
I feel like we need to mail Cesar some of that.
Bro, I'll take anything.
Okay, guys, let's settle out for a second before we shift gears. Scott, you did a little stuff here over the weekend with your full-on mask. You and your wife did a full-on mask this weekend.
Dude, so Saturday night, out of nowhere, Cheryl comes up to me and says, hey, do you want to, and I chuckled because I'm a 5-year-old. Hey, do you want to do a facial with me tonight? And I'm like, no, but yeah, sure, why not? I have my entire kit. Like, I have this whole thing that I've only used, the like daily cream of. Let's go ahead and do this. So yeah, we put on the masks, we rubbed the mud in. I did the entire facial treatment by Caldera Labs. And let me tell you, holy shit, if I thought my anger lines were going somewhere before, they were totally gone for about 12 hours before my child ruined that.
Before he spent $150 on Roblox.
I still have to tell that story. That'll be good follow-up with this. But seriously, my face afterwards, like, I don't think it's been that smooth since before puberty. I'm not even lying. Like, all of my, like, the whole cleaning out your pores thing and having your, like, it just felt smooth. It felt good. I'm 100% in on, I think once a month I'm going to get a facial. Pause.
Caesar just gave me the Arsenio.
My brother looks great.
My brother looks great. I was going to ask. We didn't get to check in last week. Bro's feeling good. Skin's looking good.
Doing great.
I am now week 4 of not having my wife pick at my face. It is fantastic. I love it.
Hell yes.
All to Caldera Lab. CalderaLab.com/craftbrewed is the site that you can go to. Or if you go to the site CalderaLab.com, use the code craftbrew to check out. You get 20% off. Get yourself the whole lineup. The good, the clean slate, the base layer, the moisturizer from the base layer is fantastic. I never moisturized before. That stuff is a game changer, man.
So like, good.
I've used a bunch of face cleansers before, but the moisturizer is the difference maker, man. That is where it's at. CalderaLab.com/craftbrewed or craftbrewed at checkout. Get 20% off your order. CalderaLab.com. They might officially be a sponsor, guys. Like, not just like testing anymore. Like, we might officially have a sponsor here, fellas. So it is. I think we can finally say it. Craft Brewed Sports has officially sell out. Boom! There it is. Did it.
And also, hey, as the show, give us the rap air horn.
Yeah,
we did it.
So maybe I shouldn't ask my question now. That could still torpedo everything, or
yeah, please don't.
Yes, please don't.
Not until the contract
that would
signed.
be great.
So I do need to know when y'all do the serum. This is a new thing for me. Serum. I've never done a serum before. How much do
Fire.
you use? Like how? Because it says like 4 to 6 drops, but like it doesn't feel like enough. But then I feel like I end up using too much almost.
Well, it depends on your skin type, and you can find that out at calderalab.com. They have they will let you know based on your skin type how much you're supposed to use. So what I use might be different than what you need, Mookie. It all just depends. You're a little bit oilier, you're a little bit drier. It depends. That determines how many drops you should use of that. Matt, do you have a facial routine, Matt?
I am fresh into facial routine because my girlfriend is a different, dramatically different complexion than I am. And so she's teaching me the ways of like not to be a weird looking white dude. So,
but then Matt, you wouldn't be you.
I know.
Wow, Mookie, what the fuck, man?
Well, if you're not a weird looking white dude, you're just going to be a normal looking like every other white dude. And who
I'm
wants
all for
that?
team minority, right? But we gotta let the whites embrace the white.
Yeah, but like weird white is always going to be better than normal white.
I don't think so.
Kaderalab.com/crap. Go ahead.
1 week of sponsorship. Okay.
Yeah, and the sponsorship is done. They've officially pulled the plug on the deal. Let's talk a little football. Guys, they have released the schedule for the 2024-2025 college football playoffs. This is how it's going to go down. I'm so excited for this. So the first round is on campus. It's going to start Friday, December 19th. This is the 2025 season. We got to go back. Hang on. Got to find the 2020. It's going to start Friday, December 20th. 2024, there's one game in the evening. Then Saturday, we get 3 games on December 24th. All of those first round games happen on a campus site. Then we go to the quarterfinals. New Year's Eve, you get one game, the Fiesta Bowl on New Year's Eve. Then New Year's Day, we have 3 different college football quarterfinal playoff games. You have the Peach Bowl in the early afternoon, the Rose Bowl game in the late afternoon, and the All-State Sugar Bowl in the evening. That is your New Year's Day. Sorry, move over outdoor hockey game. It is now college football quarterfinals all day on New Year's Day. Then we move to the semifinals. The semifinals are going to be Thursday, January 9th. That's the Orange Bowl. Friday, January 10th is the Cotton Bowl Classic. Guys, that is the same weekend as Super Wild Card Weekend. So that means we have college football semifinal on Thursday, college football semifinal on Friday, Wild Card Weekend Saturday and Sunday. March Madness has lost its place as the greatest weekend in sports history.
January has taken the throne.
College, like football in general, is taken over. Like, right? There is no comparison. March Madness is great, but college football semifinals followed by NFL wildcard weekend starting Thursday through Sunday. There is no topping that. Matt, is there any way that can be topped in sports?
Well, I'm more negative on college football than the rest.
Oh my god!
Maybe I'm the first person to ask because usually that game typically isn't the best. I'm sorry to be the wet blanket.
I think it might be better though, right? Like it might be better this time around because you've got a round before it. You got 2 rounds.
No, but that's going to be the 3rd place SEC team. There's no demolish whatever conference. That
so wait, you're
good.
You mean you don't want to see the 3rd place SEC team beat the hell out of Ohio State or Michigan?
I mean, damn it, that is fun. Never mind, I'm back in.
There you go.
Way to sell it, Mook. Good work.
Well, I know how to push people's buttons.
Caesar, you're probably the biggest college football fan, at least the closest to college football in this show. Is this going to be your favorite weekend of the year?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! The whole day. I already bet on the fucking Birmingham Bowl and the Hawaii Bowl as it is. So imagine a whole day of games that actually matter. Nah, dude.
I think Cesar,
I'm gonna need an Adderall for just that day alone.
There you go. See, my man. Now you're learning.
Daddies, baby.
Yes.
Addies and baddies.
Jabari wants to know, he's got a question for the crew. Now that sports betting is legal in Ohio, how are the 3 of y'all doing wager-wise in general? The Red.
I'm doing fine because I just talk shit about those 2 gambling.
Scott is even.
Here's what you should do, but I don't know because I don't gamble, so fuck it. And then I can go to sleep and be like, damn, I got that wrong. Oh well, it wasn't my money.
Oh well, I just cost Cesar money on that one.
What did they fuck me for?
I didn't say
Fuck
fuck
me
you.
for it.
That was what he was saying.
I know.
I do have to say I am doing fairly well with my fade the Reds, fade the Royals, fade the A's strategy that I have this year. As a matter of fact, like right now, the Royals are getting killed, and I love every minute of it. Mookie didn't wait until gambling was legal in Ohio.
Hell fucking no.
That man
No,
has been betting on spelling bees for the last 10 years.
Speaking of which, I just threw down for the Westminster Dog Show, so that's coming up here soon, folks. Looking at
what you got?
Wait, isn't that shit on Thanksgiving?
I don't know yet. So
Did you hear Matt perk up?
I mean, right? There's
Sounds
there's
fun.
some good bitches in the pool this year.
Wait, isn't that shit on Thanksgiving?
No. That's the AKC dog show. Different dog show. AKC and Westminster are completely different organizations, and they have different judging rules. So you got to know
What
what
are the
you're
rules?
looking for,
How far they can jump or what?
bro. Dude, no, it's got nothing to do with athletic ability unless you're talking about the agility competitions or fly ball. But Westminster doesn't bother themselves with a low class sport like fly ball. No, we're talking literally best in breed, best in group kind of shit, man.
What's the dog show with the guy from Seinfeld? That's the
Jerry?
not Jerry Seinfeld. Mr. Peterman. Mr. Peterman
Oh,
like
Mr.
announces
Peterman.
one of the dog shows.
Yes. No. They have standards. He's AKC, American Kennel Club.
How dare you talk bad about the guy from Seinfeld like that? They have standards. That's awful of you to say about the actor whose name I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Eat it. But all that to be said, Tabari, I'm up 250% since Jan 1, so I'm feeling good.
I'm up.
Sorry,
20.
Scott. Your Avs had a big win for me the other night, but I just knew something about the Kraken was going to get them in that game 7. So between them losing and the motherfucking Boston Bruins
Shut the fuck up.
doing
Stop,
like
stop,
Boston
stop,
do.
Stop.
All right, I guess it's about that
I mean,
time. Let's do.
Mookie is right. I apologize. John O'Hurley does do AKC. Westminster
Boom.
took it over this year,
Boom.
and it's like they almost like did. It seemed like a bro version, and it sucks. Yes, I watch both dog shows every year.
I like when they do the little obstacle course and shit where they run
So
through
the
the fucking
obstacle
little
So that's
sticks and
it.
they're like, ooh.
So that's the American Kennel Club.
That one's badass. Fucking
is.
dogs, dude. Dogs cook crazy. Where it's like, bah, 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 bah.
And then they blow their ACL and hopefully come back better.
Dude, dogs have ACLs.
Are you serious? Have you never heard of
Dogs have ACLs.
Dude, dogs blow out their knees all the time. Sometimes just being dogs and playing, wrestling around, and then all of a sudden you got to go and take them in for a fucking knee scope.
Dogs have ACL.
All right, Cesar, Matt Barr with a great question. How does the guy that pounds the table for minorities root for Boston teams? And he's saying you deserve a boo that.
You want to know why? I can tell you why I root for the Celtics. So it was a fateful day in the first round of the Eastern Conference final. Well, Eastern Conference first round. Rajon Rondo goes up for a layup, and this is when I hated fucking LeBron when he was with Cleveland. He goes up and he fakes the layup, throws a behind the back pass to Big Baby Davis, and Big Baby Davis dunks on LeBron. I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. I was like, he just threw the ball behind his back. And I became the Celtics fan. And then the color green as well.
Rajon Rondo doing a layup and the color green.
No,
There you have it.
Rajon Rondo faking out LeBron and doing behind the back pass. And then Davis dunking on LeBron and the color green is why I became a Celtics fan.
All right, let's talk a little about Scott. Stop me if you've heard this before. LeBron versus the Warriors in the playoffs. Like, what year are we in right now that it's LeBron versus the Warriors again?
This is why I didn't get much hope for my Kings. It was so nice to end the 20-year drought, but at the same time, I was like, oh, congratulations on ending this drought. Your reward, one of the best teams of the last 2 decades. Cool. So, Curry dropping a 50-piece in a game 7, no shocker. Just fucking and then seeing fucking, I was like, well, at least maybe the Lakers can lose. Oh, no, they won. Okay, cool. This is really going to go against the whole NBA is rigged theory for all those folks who actually think that. But here we are again with the same old fucking matchup. Warriors in 5.
I actually don't know about that.
I don't either.
Warriors
It's
in
either
five.
It's either Warriors in 6 or Lakers in 7.
Matt, what's
The
it like
Warriors
in
cannot play
California?
in Game
What's the
7.
feeling in California? I mean, they had 3 playoff teams this year. Like California had to be going crazy this year.
Wait, first, did they know they had 3 playoff teams?
No.
Okay, cool. So California had 2 playoff teams in the NBA
the
playoffs
Kings.
this year. Were they going crazy, Matt?
We also had 4 playoff teams.
You're right. It was 4. You're right. I forgot.
I don't think they even knew about that, but I feel like people
Right, yeah.
people like baseball way more in California than people give them credit for. They're pretty geeked up about it. But the Warriors, by far, everyone's excited about the Warriors. Starting to be the Lakers, but I think they still are back thinking about Kobe. Like, that's the vibe I still get. But the Warriors, people are pretty geeked up. I was shocked that there weren't more Kings people because a lot of people do come down from the Bay to San Diego. But I don't know. They were kind of impartial about it.
I was not shocked as Scott was. I wasn't shocked that Sacramento lost that series. I was actually shocked that Sacramento took it to a game 7. That was
They should have won.
to me.
Dude, if
you're
Aaron
right.
doesn't bust up
should've
his
won.
finger, man, without a doubt they win.
If Swipa doesn't get injured, they're winning that shit in 6 or 5.
But Cesar, I want to talk Eastern Conference real quick because
What are we talking
I
about?
got
That
something
fucking stupid.
Ah!
I got something for you and all those fucking assholes that were commenting on that TikTok we posted a while back, where I tried to get you to bet your eyebrows on the first round series, which you would have won the bet. You would have saved your eyebrows because the Celtics survived the first round.
Yeah, but we're playing with our fucking food. We're playing with our fucking food. We did it with Trae Young and suspension boy Murray, and we didn't learn our fucking lesson. And now Embiid, the MVP, doesn't play, and we play with our fucking food again. And the guy who weighs about the same as I do, which is not a great stat, goes off for 45. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Jason Tatum, get on your shit. Get on your shit. Joe Mazzulla, get on your shit. Jaylen Brown, you're doing amazing.
I think this is even better stat that in 36 minutes, PJ Tucker put up a big ol' goose egg on points and shots. Can you win a game with PJ Tucker playing that kind of role?
Yeah, he plays great defense.
Damn it.
In 2017.
I was trying to put it down.
But Cesar, I had an
The
offhand
TD
comment
Garden is cursed.
when I was trying to get you to shave your eyebrows. I was trying to goad you into it, and I said you got to be aware. I mean, the heat could give you trouble, and you gave me so much shit. And all those fuckers on TikTok were commenting, "This guy don't know ball. This guy don't know ball. He said the Heat. This guy legit said the Heat with the straight face. He doesn't know ball." And what do the Heat do? They go out and they knock out the Bucks. In
The path
first
to
round.
18 is right there, you fucking idiots. Stop playing with your fucking food.
Now, to be fair, Giannis was out for 2 full
I don't
games.
give a fuck. Stop playing with your fucking food, Jason. Stop it. We didn't learn our fucking lesson with Ice Tray. Learn the lesson.
Mike and I are talking Bucks, Heat, and Caesar still screaming at the seas. Get it together, motherfucker!
It's because, look, the original CS Rise was the letter C, then US, and Rise. Because Celtics pride.
Caesar,
This is ridiculous. Every team does the same shit to us every fucking game in the clutch. They just switch off whoever's guarding their main fucking point scorer, and then Al Horford's 60-year-old ass fucking guard him. And they just drop him off. It's ridiculous. Do better.
do better.
Yeah. So Caesar, if the Celtics survive the Sixers, that's a big if.
It's a massive
right
if because we keep playing with our fucking food.
If the Celtics survive the Sixers, who do you want between the Heat and the Knicks? Who are you? Which food do you want to play with in the next round if the Celtics somehow manage to get by the Sixers?
If they get past the Sixers, give me the Knicks because it'll be 4, and it'll be nice seeing all the MSG fans going home. I'm
So
more
you're telling me
scared of the
you're more
fucking Heat.
afraid. You're more afraid of the Heat, is what you're telling me. You're more afraid of the Heat than the Knicks, which is what I said in the fucking video that you Celtics fans shit all over me for that take. I'm
Bro,
so
I'm a minority.
mad.
I'm not like most Boston fans.
Who are you? You seem pretty angry.
I'm so fucking upset, dude. I had a migraine watching the game.
Tyson said someone give Cesar a popsicle and let him watch some cartoons.
I can't even do that because I have to watch tomorrow's fucking game.
Matt said the intern should text Tatum from Kobe's number so he'll listen.
If I fucking could, I would, and I'll text him back, do better.
I got you.
Dude, how the fuck do you drop a play for Marcus Smart under 15 seconds? Like, what's the fucking logic behind that? You have Big Dick Tatum and Big Dick fucking Brown. Get up!
Do you know that for a fact? Do you know where they've got?
Yes, he had 3 girlfriends at one time his rookie year.
Right. Okay.
Jalen Brown has a black mask on. The NBA banned that.
Sarah said, I think we should have a segment where Cesar tells us how he really feels. That said, someone tell the kid to chill. I already have enough hearing loss.
Well, tell the Celtics.
And then Tabari said, I can't wait for Cesar's spinoff podcast. Do better when it gets picked up by ESPN too. Dan said, enjoyed the show for a bit, fellas. Thanks. These kids have been up. Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate you, man. Get them kids.
Love you,
Hashtag
bro.
FTK, though.
And also, shout out before he leaves. Super weekend for him in Michigan and my 49ers. It was like we drafted a kicker, and then everybody, like, did you play for Michigan? Yeah,
The
come on
Cowboys did the same shit.
Like, it was kind of absurd. I didn't watch like a single minute of the draft, but every time I turned around, Dan was like, hey, you got another stud, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. He went to Michigan, I guess, because you're texting me about it. So,
but like, okay, is that just the thing that happened? Because the Eagles took like everybody from Georgia.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing now. Like,
MO.
they like everybody got a sister team or a sister school, and they just graduated from college to the pro team.
Did college just become the minor leagues like randomly and we didn't even know what happened? Like all of a sudden it's like Georgia's the feeder to the Eagles and
Holy
Michigan's
shit.
the feeder to
Think
the
about it.
Niners.
You take one of the best things in baseball, the minor leagues, you put it in the NFL, and then you take one of the best things from football or soccer and put it in the NFL with relegation. Now we got something here, you know?
Did you just say one of the best things about baseball is the minor leagues? Was that a sentence that just came out of your mouth?
Yes,
That's not a good thing about
110%.
baseball.
Mhm.
Matt, as a lifelong baseball fan,
Yeah.
minor leagues, best thing about baseball or probably the biggest atrocity that's ever hit the sport?
I like the vibes at minor league parks, but I cannot watch games. I think it's terrible. Like in COVID, when we had to watch Korean baseball, I thought I would like it. And I was like, ooh, this is terrible. I only like Major League Baseball.
It's also like
cool. I get that part. Maybe Mookie's talking about. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
fun.
If you don't actually
But then
watch
you
any
think
of the
about
game,
like how the players are paid worthless wages and they're basically slave labor, and you're like, well, maybe this isn't as fun.
look, you know
I'm
what?
a road comic. I'm
so
used
first-
to that.
First of all, Tabari agrees with me. He says the minors are more fun. Second of all, if you're going to put that level of like ethics and morality onto sports, Mike, then we should just stop right here because they're all fucking rigged, dude. Come on. We can't watch any college sports then. Not even yet. Like they're still not paying them players, right? Pay them
They get
kids.
the money now. They get I feel better now knowing that those kids are getting paychecks somehow.
We're getting
Well, they
paid.
could
Angel
get
Reese
paychecks
just
if
bought an
someone wants to
AMG
pay 'em.
Mercedes, so shout out her. That shit's expensive.
Wait, what?
Angel Reese just got an AMG Mercedes. I saw it on Instagram today.
Oh, the LSU
Yes.
gal.
All right, real quick before we shut down the show, we got to do a little bit of that hockey. So let's do that hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Scott,
Burn down the fucking TD Garden. Burn it down. The Bruins ruins my fucking season. Fuck that stupid fucking team.
the Bruins ruined a lot of people's bank accounts
The
because
best part is this is the first I think I've heard Cesar talk about the Bruins all year.
They
All year.
cursed
First
my
time.
garden. They cursed the garden.
That's how good that Rondo pass was. It made him pay attention to hockey.
That's impressive.
All this stems from that.
Scott, I think you're going to be a little bit more into hockey if the Senators get sold to a new bidder that's entered the chat. So Ryan Reynolds is a part of a group that's trying to buy the Ottawa Senators, and now there is a new claim to the throne, as Snoop Dogg has joined a
hell
group
yes.
to buy the Senators. How pumped are you for Snoop Dogg getting into the hockey game, Scott?
I mean, I'm pumped, but no way that anybody's gonna let that. We shouldn't waste Snoop Dogg as an owner on a fucking Canadian team. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if Snoop's gonna own any part of any NHL franchise, it has got to be one that plays in California.
No,
like him owning part of the Ducks. Him owning part of the Ducks makes total sense, but him owning a Canadian team, it just doesn't seem right, man.
Well,
no, I'm here for Snoop Dogg owning part of an NHL team, all the way out on it being any part of a Canadian team. Fuck that.
They wouldn't stay in Canada? Wouldn't that be the exact first move as owner? Is Snoop's like, cool, now we're coming back home?
Well, yeah, but I
With the
mean,
cup.
assuming that he could do that, like just
he's
move
Snoop
to
Dogg.
Ottawa, like
I want to see him.
I was
move
gonna say,
like-
like a classic franchise like the Senators, like, hey, we're just gonna move them, like
The
Snoop
Compton
Dogg telling
Senators.
Snoop
like it's
Dogg
got a ring
telling
to
the Canadians, hey, we're taking your franchise and we're moving it to South Central LA.
Scott, I do have an actual serious hockey question before we wrap the show here. Are you at all worried that with the Oilers and the Leafs advancing and some of the heavy hitters in both conferences going down early, this could be the year the cup goes back to Canada?
Not even in the least, because even if it was 3 Canadian teams out of the Final 4, the American team would find a way to win. The cup's back, coming back to the U.S. of A, baby. But we never trust Boston ever with anything. I'm so happy they lost.
They can't carry
So
that flag.
glad. Hey, like, I even called that.
Media Ameritrade. Put the other question. Everyone likes to ask me questions, but they forget I know everything.
Because you have
What
Google.
was the other question? Oh, name 3. Where was that at? Name
Oh, yeah.
3.
3 Bruins.
There it is. From Jared.
Pasta, Krejci, and Bergeron. Suck a dick.
See, but here's the thing. This is exactly why everyone hates Boston fans, because Gabe says you're wrong, by the way, about the TD Ameritrade thing.
I don't know what TD stands for, touchdown. I know what TD Ameritrade.
You said you knew everything.
I do.
You have been
Toronto-
around Mookie far too long, Cesar, to just spout out stuff randomly as confidently as you just did and be like,
that shit for the past
"Suck a
year.
dick."
Yeah,
Honestly,
but
suck a dick when I know 1,000% I'm right.
Scott, I feel bad for you because I know you're not going to watch any more NHL playoffs now that the Avs are out, now that the Kraken beat the Avs.
Yeah, now that Russell Wilson's favorite fucking NHL team is out, I'm out. Like, there's no way I'm going to continue to watch.
do you feel like you
I'm
need to
also second
reevaluate?
guessing everything I've ever known about the
That's fine.
Colorado
I'll have to do
Avalanche.
it.
All right,
Thanks
cool,
to
good.
fucking Russell Wilson. God
Good.
damn it.
What was a bigger ding to the Avs playoff chances? Nichushkin and his little scandal situation, or Russell Wilson being a fan?
Russell Wilson being a fan. The answer is always Russell Wilson. If Mr. Unlimited endorses you, go the other fucking way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Guys, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. Scott, what was in your mug? Would you bang it?
I kept it local. I went with Greenworks Brewing Company Orange Dreams Orange and Cream Wheat Ale, coming in at 5.9%. Orange, vanilla, wheat ale. I don't even know what else to say. I'm 69 in this beer.
All right. What were you drinking? Would you bang it?
I was drinking brewed in Colorado by Coloradans called the Coloradan. And yeah, it was solid, man. Solid Mexican style lager. Would definitely bang this beer. This beer tastes like that first beer you had at 14. We were like, oh shit, like that's a dead beer. Yeah. Oh, this is a whole different kind of pop. Would absolutely bang this beer though. I'm a little bummed I only have the one, but super solid screw.
Cesar, you had a whiskey barrel aged brew. Would you
I
bang it?
had The Descent by Martin House Brewing Company for Texans by Texans in Texas. It is a whiskey barrel aged imperial style with chocolate, vanilla, and hazelnut flavor. Barrel aged series, 12% alcohol. And yeah, I mean, if you like stouts and whiskey shit, then you'd like it. I'm not a big whiskey guy. I'm a tequila guy, so I thought it was trash.
It's disappointing, man. Matt, I know you weren't drinking beer, but your last beer that you had was the Bag of
Boy
Boys.
from Tabs. It's all right. It's fine. If someone buys one.
What are you going to have tomorrow at Chameleons? What's the brew of choice when you go on stage?
I honestly have no idea what they have, but I'll be excited. 7 o'clock tomorrow. Osha Dwyer and Phil Pointer will be open. Phil Pointer played.
I love Phil Pointer
as a kid. He'll be there as the opening act, so I'm very excited. I hope to see everyone there.
Absolutely. I'm going to do my best, man. The boys have a baseball game.
There, or at least he said he would.
The boys have a baseball game, but I'm going to try, as soon as that game's over, I'm going to try to be like, hey, babe, can you put them to bed so that I can head down to Chameleons? Because it does sound like a great damn time.
Wait, why are you worried about the game getting done in time? Don't they have a pitch clock?
Not in coach pitch, surprisingly. No pitch clock in coach pitch. I was drinking Single Origin Coffee Stout from Masthead Brewing. It is a fantastic stout. Would definitely 69 this beer multiple times.
Don't do that, dude. I didn't even get to. I didn't even get to complain about how my kids fucking just burned my money up. Like, other than just exist.
I really wanted to hear it.
We might need a post show, Scott. We might need to do an audio post show story time. Okay, we're gonna do that. We'll after the show ends here, I'll fire up the audio recording software. We'll record your story and we'll release it as a special bonus post show. You complaining about your kids burning money.
Yeah. Stay tuned, y'all. It gets good.
Matt, I want to thank you for hanging out with us, man. It was a great time.
Bro.
It's always fun
Thanks,
when
man.
you hop on the show. MattStantonComedy.com is where you can find out all about where Matt's coming up. So after Cincinnati, where are you heading to?
Back to San Diego. I have a show. It's actually going to be on a ranch. I'm very excited to be there. It's like a fundraiser show for this ranch in the desert just outside San Diego. So that'll be on Sunday. Very excited.
Wait.
I know there's a few California listeners, so hopefully we can link up to a show then.
That's fantastic.
So wait, you're not getting paid?
Oh, I'm getting paid. It just happens to be an outdoor show.
All right. I was gonna say, well, why are you doing it if you're not getting paid?
He already spoke about that. He don't do shit for free.
Yeah, Matt.
But he said it was like a fundraiser. So I don't really know. Like, maybe the rules have changed.
No,
fuck them kids. He's still got to get his.
Thanks for hanging out, Matt. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow night, May 3rd, Chameleons in Cincinnati. Matt Stanton headlining. Phil Pointer, who actually opened up when we did our live show at 3 Points Brewing, RIP. Phil Pointer was one of the comedians that opened up that show. So super funny dude. Go hit that show up. It's going to be fantastic. I can already tell you that's going to be a very good time. Matt, thank you so much, man. It's always and chiming in that way, but it's good when you're here with us hanging out. So appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right, guys, and you can catch us. Hang on, where's the screen? Joe, bring up the screen. Matt's feeling awkward just sitting here on screen. There we go. Be sure to follow the show at Crafting Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Go join the Facebook group and see Matt's weekly positivity post on Mondays, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. That's where you're going to find Scott's post-show rant about his kids tonight. So subscribe, rate, review, in all those spots. Also, shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there. Go subscribe, rate, and review all of the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
Fuck them kids.
Happy birthday, Papa W.
Do fucking better. Do better.
Feel like sleeping right now.